I'm Will, and today I'm going to show you how to identify gray birch in the winter. But before that, remember to like and subscribe and comment down below, and don't forget to press that notification bell down below. Right here we have a gray birch. Not just like this one trunk that you see that's very small right here. Those two large trunks right there, the small one that's right there in the center of the screen, and all this. This section of this root structure right here is all gray birch. These are all in terms, every single one of these small little trees right here of gray birch, because they're in a little colony like this, is because there was a dead tree that I cut down. There was a big giant burl. I used it for Christmas presents. The easiest way to identify gray birch is you're looking for the bark of a birch tree where it has that white look to it, and with a gray birch you look at the branches, and underneath is like this half crescent moon, this dome shape underneath each branch that's gray. On the younger trunks, like the one that we're looking at, that's about an inch in diameter, of these size of trunks of these trees, they're going to be, the coloration of the bark is going to be a more of a reddish gray to a tannish white coloration going around. Not all just one color, like one side will be a little bit different color than the other side, and towards like what's facing south or north. On the older growth, you're looking more for a gray coloration with that white peeling bark color to it and texture. One thing that you can see on the older trunks that you can see is some lichen and moss growing on the north side of the tree. So the side over here is the south side, and this is the north side of the tree. That's a good identification of, if you're lost in the woods, what side has the moss. But sometimes you can find moss on the whole entire, around the whole tree. On the younger bark, you're looking for more a smooth texture to the trunk of the trees. Then on the older is more of a rougher kind of texture to the tree. When you look at the bud is going to have about 2 to 3 scales going up the side of the bud, and it's going to be a tannish to green coloration to the bud, and it's going to be about an 1/8 of an inch in length and half that in width, versus some of them will be a little bit smaller, where it's going to be just a little bit smaller than an 1/8 of an inch to about half that in width. The very old tree bark, that's unlike the very, very old, where it's over 50 years old and has died back, like this right here, what I cut down. This part was died back and not growing anymore, but this looks more like a oak tree. So very, very make sure that you know that this is a gray birch. And if you come real close, you can still see the remnants of the birch bark. But from afar, it looks like an oak tree. You can find gray birch anywhere in the woods, alongside trails, or off the trail if you go searching. It likes its feet a little bit in a drainage or wet, but a little bit have some moisture, like right over here. There's a little bit of some bog is down in here. Or you can also find gray birch on the side of fields and roads. Now, the type of branch structuring you are looking for in gray birch is a alternate branch structuring. When you look at the young last year's branches, they're going to be more of a brownish coloration with white spots all over it. This is going to be very thin and small, like maybe 2 millimeters, 2 to 3 millimeters in width of the very small young branches from last year. Then when you come to the older growth is going to be a little bit more of a grayish coloration to it, with still those whitish kind of spots, but those whitish spots are more turning into a more gray coloration. Now let's harvest one of the buds to try it. So it's really easy. You want to just pinch it off with your thumbnail and pinch and twist. Pinch and twist method, and just do it real quick. Let's see what it tastes like. Very bland at first. And very slight. I'm getting that birch flavor where you like with the white birch, you get more of a herbal kind of flavor to it. Great in like just as a like a cold drink for like imagine like for the summertime. Great as a flavor like that. So you can actually harvest the inner bark of the gray birch. So the cortex of the cortex is the xylem and phloem, and use that as a cold steep in a tea, and it will taste really good. And if you do that during the summer, it will be very refreshing during a hot summer day. And that's how you identify gray birch in the winter. If you want to see more, go down to the description below, click the link to my channel, or press the round subscribe button to help me out to get to 10,000 subscribers. And until next time, remember to get outside, get fresh air, and have fun. See ya.